Hey everyone, Kevin Miller here with Gamer Limit, and this is a look at the Superstar mode within Madden NFL 12. In years prior, the Superstar mode in Madden has pretty much remained untouched. It's been a very lackluster mode in years prior that has really always needed some work. So, Superstar mode Madden NFL 12 was completely revamped. It's a step in the right direction, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things. So, as with NCAA Football 12, with Superstar mode, it's got an RPG, and well, with I guess with every My Player mode that they have, NBA 2K, whatever sports game you could think of, it's got RPG type mechanics to it where you get rewards or points towards your progress within the season, and you spend those points on attributes. So for example, this is very early on in my running back's career. I have other superstars that I have. You are able to create players of any position, literally any position, lineman, what have you. And so I'm starting here at a 75 overall. Use my points to up the specific attributes. So for here, for example, catching, it costs 20 points to up it to 51. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then accept the changes. So that just gives you an idea of how to spend the points and how to progress your player. Oddly though, so for example, I'm a 75 overall rating. I'm on. I got drafted into the Indianapolis Colts. I am automatically the starting running back, which really makes no sense. I mean, there's Joseph Adai, which is ahead of me in rating. Fantastic running back, and I'm the starter. While I can understand it in terms of just letting players jump right in, if you compare it to something like NCAA Football 12, you had to work your way up the depth chart. You had to gain your coach's trust. You didn't start for the, while there were some issues with NCAA football or NCAA Football 12's Superstar mode, it made more sense. It was kind of easy to get to the starting position within the first season on NCAA Football 12. That I didn't really like, but this doesn't even have that that objective, which is very unfortunate. That's definitely something I think they need to add in the future. So let's go ahead and give you an idea. Obviously, this is starting my career. This is during the preseason, so we have things like practices and games, and then obviously during the preseason we have training camp. So let's just, for timing purposes, let's just go ahead and jump into the training camp instead of a whole game. So in training camp, what you're going to do is you're going to have 10 plays. For a halfback, obviously you're going to do things like run routes, obviously run some running plays, and do some blocking. From the games and the training camps and the practices, the points that you get, the rewards you get for performing well is based on your team's performance, not necessarily just your individual performance, which is very welcoming because it allows you to play positions that maybe don't have statistics like linemen or something like that. So for example, if it was during a passing play and Peyton Manning threw a touchdown to another player, I would get some points out of that, which is nice. If he got sacked or something like that, maybe it necessarily wasn't my fault, I would still lose points about that. It's all about the overall player performance. This is a team game despite being in a superstar mode. And that makes a lot of sense. I think that part works well. So here we are running a couple plays. We got 5 more plays left. So since there was a completion there, I'm gonna get some points out of that, which is good. So while it's not the most there's a sack, so I'm going to lose some points. So while it's not the most exciting mode, training camp that is, it's not the most exciting part of this. This has a realistic feel to it in order for you to progress your player. But other than your training camps, your games, there isn't much else to it. I really think that there does need to be some more depth and some more features added to this mode, because right now it sort of feels like a skeleton of what a My Player mode should be. It's a step in the right direction, but there's definitely some work here. So as you saw, there's a drop pass. Peyton Manning got sacked. Got more points for running for a short gain. So the overall performance of the team helped me gain 19 points. So now we'll go ahead and quit the practice. And I'll show you one more thing before we wrap this up. So as you can see, we're pretty much running through this mode very quickly. It's because there isn't much to it. I mean, it's simple. It's what you would expect out of a simple My Player mode, but nonetheless, there isn't too much depth here or excitement out of it. I guess I'll show you two more things. So here we have request trade. You're able to request trade, jump ship wherever you want. Right now I'm in the preseason, so we're gonna have to go ahead and simulate through that real fast. It shouldn't take long. So what I'm going to show next is requesting trade. Basically, you just choose where you want to go, and you're going to go there. No questions asked. Nothing about, you know, maybe how much you want from the other team, like if you are a free agent or something like that. None of that stuff. You just request trade, and you're there. You're automatically a starter. Really disappointing. I don't want to play that game. Really disappointing the fact that there isn't more depth, more options, more features to it. Simulate. And then we're going to go ahead and start the regular season and request a trade. Just show you how that works real quick, and where I end up in terms of the team. Obviously, I'll show you that, you know, I am in fact a starter for whatever reason. So let's go to the Eagles. I'm an Eagles fan, so jump ship to the Eagles, and there you go. Automatically traded to the Eagles, and there I am. It's an Eagles jersey. And as you can see, depth chart, I'm a starter despite LaShawn McCoy being an 88 and Ronnie Brown being an 84. So a bit weird. That needs to be addressed, like I said. And then at any time you're able to retire your superstar, so you just go ahead and retire him, and then it gives you your statistics. So a bit odd in that respect that you're just able to go ahead and have him retire. Guess it makes sense. There's no added incentive or anything beyond retiring, which I guess makes sense, but you know, I can't think of anything off the top of my head in terms of retiring. But obviously once you hit your peak, you're going to want to retire and just leave it at that, and then go on to maybe another superstar mode if this is your mode of choice. But nonetheless, there are quite a few things that need to be done to this mode in order for it to be fully fleshed out and in the state that I think that a player mode should be. So they definitely need to add, Brown definitely needs to add things like depth chart coming into play, maybe earning your coach's trust a la NCAA Football 12, and add some more choices that you have to make. Maybe you have to fight for a position out of nowhere because someone just got drafted and maybe he's fighting for your position, stuff like that. Make that, you know, those ups and downs, those ebbs and flows of a player's career that occurs all the time. Maybe you get injured or something like that and you have to rehab your way back. Just there are things that need to be done in order to just expand the overall reach of this mode. Right now it's very simple, it's very bare bones, so it's pretty disappointing, but nonetheless anything's better than what was there in previous years. So hopefully next year we see a bit more out of this, but this year kind of disappointing.